Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. When it comes to hybrids, Honda always takes their time to make hybrids. I don't know why, but their hybrids usually come out like a year or 2 years after their initial, their base models and regular ones have already come out, their regular engines, which makes no sense since we're transitioning over to full electric. You would think that Honda would have more hybrids on the road first because they're trying to transition that over. But no, the gasoline engine is usually the first one that Honda makes. 2 liters, 1.5 turbo. That's what they've been going on for this platform. This generation and last generation, pretty much the same engines, just tuned a little bit different in how the car runs and stuff like that. And also, the sport model no longer gets the 1.5 turbo. You're getting the 2 liter, which makes no sense. So they're taking away the power. But at least they're adding the hybrid one. So let's go ahead and check out some more information on the 2024 Honda Civic hatchback as well as the sedan. They're both going to be coming in hybrid. So if you haven't got one or you're interested in one, just wait a little bit, especially if you want the Honda one, or you can get the Toyota one. It's been available for a while. They're both good cars, don't get me wrong. All right, I lied. Well, I slightly lied. It's a 2025. But it's coming out in 2024 for a 2025 model year. So, Honda is bringing back the Civic Hybrid, set to arrive next year, 2025. Civic Hybrid will be offered as a Canadian-made sedan as well as American-built hatchbacks. The sedan will be the first to arrive as production is slated to begin in the spring of 2024 at Honda of Canada manufacturing in Allison, Ontario. It will be followed by the hatchback, which will be built in Greensburg, Indiana. That's because Honda left the UK. The hatchbacks used to be built in UK, but they had issues. So it's here. They've been making it here since. Honda is keeping details under wraps, but confirmed the model will have a 2-liter Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder engine and 2-motor hybrid system. It also expected to be popular as Honda believes more than 40% of Civics will be hybrid. But if you're aiming for such a high percentage, which is 40%, I don't know why you didn't introduce the hybrid model with your 1.5 turbo or your 2-liter. I don't know why they didn't introduce that, early on when the new generation started. That's a sizable chunk, and the company said the model is another key step in their electrification strategy, which I just talked about it, especially since we're transitioning over to fully electric, or the government wants us to transition to fully electric, which I think it's a dumb idea, especially with how the infrastructure and all that stuff. I talked enough about that on all the other videos, but anyway, moving on, which calls for equipping its core models with hybrid electronic systems. While we'll learn more details closer to launch, but the hybrid powertrain is expected to echo the one found in Accord CR-V. As a result, we can expect a combined output of around 204 horsepower. And the reason they say that is because the CR-V and the Accord, they all have like similar engines because Honda has switched over. I don't think the Accord, I'm not sure if the Accord still runs with the V6, but give me 1 second. I think it still has the V6, but the CR-Vs have the 1.5 turbocharged engine, so it already has the hybrid, so it makes sense if it's the same motor because they've been using the 1.5 platform now for a few years. For some reason, I have a feeling like they're going to give the Civic a little bit less power. For some reason, I just have this inclination that they're going to do that because Honda has been known to do that. But we'll see when it comes out. All right, so of course, fuel economy numbers are what matters most. We can expect good news on the front as the Accord Hybrid returns up to 51 miles per gallon and 44 miles per gallon highway and 48 miles per gallon combined. But all that shit is just fictional numbers. It's all made up because not everybody drives the same. So there's like, these tests are not actual. It's all bullshit, to be honest. I've read about it before, and I take it with a grain of salt because everybody drives differently. The more highway you drive, the crappier you're going to get fuel mileage when it comes to hybrid, as well as full electric. You're gonna get shit for range when you drive a full electric car and you have a lot of highway miles that you're driving. You're gonna get shit for miles. Same thing with hybrids. They're mainly for city driving. The more city driving you do, the more the better range you're gonna get for hybrid system. So it makes no sense if you commute far away for you to get this vehicle. It makes absolutely no sense at all. You're better off just buying the 2-liter Civic or Civic hatchback, or the hatchback, whichever one you like. Whatever tickles your fancy, you can go ahead and get that. Because when it comes to highway, forget about it. So this is interesting. So it's good that Honda is bringing this out, but they want the Civics or the hybrids to take 40% of the market share, which I highly doubt it, because they're coming in such a late term. I mean, it's been what, a year or two already since the 2022, I believe. About a year. Well, 2 years by the time it comes out, because it comes out in 2024. And then in 2027, we should expect a mild refresh for the Civic, as well as the Accord should come right after. We're going to see like just a minor facelift, nothing too drastic. And then, so I'm sorry, I think, no, it's 2025 is when we would see it, right? Because usually it's like 3 years and then 5 years for a whole new one. But I don't know if they're going to keep that same energy or if they might change it up. Who really knows? You know, these manufacturers just kind of make decisions as they go. Just kidding. All their new stuff is already being made already. Okay, they've been working on that shit for a long time. Their new engine platforms, they've been working on that shit for a long time. So by the time we see it, it's already been ironed out, tested like insane amount before we even get to see any of the stuff that they put out. But anyway, as always, make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoy watching the videos, and I will see you in the next one.